This war didn't start with cannons, it started with ink. In the mid-17th century, the Dutch Republic was an economic superpower. Their merchant fleet was massive, carrying goods from the Spice Islands to the Americas, dominating global trade. Amsterdam was the bustling heart of this empire, a city built on commerce, its ports overflowing with ships and exotic products from every corner of the known world. They were the undisputed masters of the sea, and their wealth was the envy of Europe. But across the English Channel, another nation was watching. England, under the new Commonwealth government of Oliver Cromwell, was ambitious and resentful. They saw the Dutch profiting from trade that they believed should be theirs. English merchants were being pushed out of key markets, and the nation's pride was wounded. It stated that all goods imported into England must be carried on English ships or on ships from the country where the goods originated. It never mentioned the Dutch by name, but everyone knew who the target was. The Dutch were middlemen. Their entire business model was based on carrying goods for other nations. This law was a direct dagger to the heart of their economy. The effect was immediate and devastating. Suddenly, Dutch ships filled with valuable cargo were turned away from English ports. Their captains were told their trade was now illegal. English naval vessels began stopping and searching Dutch merchantmen on the high seas, seizing their cargo under the authority of the new act. Imagine being a Dutch merchant who had sailed for months only to be told your life's work was now worthless because of a piece of paper signed hundreds of miles away. Back in Amsterdam, outrage erupted. Merchants who had built fortunes saw them threatened overnight. This wasn't just about money, it was an act of aggression, a deliberate attempt to cripple their nation. The English had declared an economic war, tense meetings were held, maps were spread across tables, and fists were slammed down in anger. The peaceful age of trade was over. Quietly, in the shipyards, the sounds of hammers and saws took on a new urgency. Warships were being prepared, cannons were loaded. The English had hoped their law would bring them wealth without a fight. Instead, they lit a fuse. The ink on the Navigation Act wasn't even dry before the drums of war began to beat. Because before the first cannon roared across the waves, this law had already declared war. The First Anglo-Dutch War was about to begin. Thanks for watching. If you found this piece of history interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories about the events that shaped our world. See you next time.